بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And tonight we have Ibn Kyushi, and we are actually going to talk about a demo of practical or realistic martial art techniques about self-defense and otherwise. So, Ibn Kyushi,
Yes, sir.
thank you so much for joining us again.
Always.
And so the reason I felt we need something like this is people need to see that the martial art, not all martial arts, of course, the same, but they need to see that martial art can be used in realistic scenarios, in real life scenarios where you're being attacked, whether it's close contact or through punching and kicking and all that. So if you could go over some scenarios, like the most common known scenarios, and explain it to us, maybe will benefit people and they will know a thing or two about martial arts.
Sure. One of the videos that we're going to see is called the rear naked choke. Rear naked choke is a very distressing position to be in for two reasons. One, it's cutting off your oxygen and your blood. People think it's only your blood. It can also cut off your oxygen.
Wow.
So the difference with oxygen, it gives you an immediate feeling of, I lost my breath. Whereas blood, you tend to think I'm not getting knocked out. And all of a sudden you
I'm fine.
You fall asleep. Once a person gets their arm all the way around and starts to get it in, I like to call that a dead end. You don't decide to turn the truck around when you're at the back of the dead end. You want to make sure you do it before you get to the very end of the block.
Absolutely.
So we're going to start watching this video. So I'll just play.
Yes, sir.
So you're going to notice that the instructor is getting his arm around. And I keep stressing this. Timing is everything in self-defense. He pulls his hand down. He's trying to make some space. He's starting to get the choke in. And then from there, what he's going to end up doing is stepping away on what we call the safe side and creating a big space. And he leans his body back and causing a big spatial area where I can almost get my hand through it. He's going to scoop his elbow behind. Now that elbow could hit and he still has it there. But now the beauty of it is that he's able to breathe. And then he sweeps his leg as he comes in. Now we're going to see Mr. Abdul do it. So again, Mr. Abdul's, getting ready to get choked. And he's going to throw the arm down. And I'm, again, stressing timing.
Absolutely.
Almost all jiu-jitsu, we said we're going to push you forward. The guy comes in, and Mr. Abdul right away starts to get that body, and then he's going to push his hand back a little bit. You may say, why would you do that? So you can step that leg away clearly and make a big space. And see that where my hand is through? This is the space he needs now to turn his shoulder against that guy's body. Yes. Therefore, now the choke isn't as strong anymore. He wraps around, he brings his leg through, and then he's going to sweep. Then he falls down. And after that, we would take care of that. Very good. So this next one is somebody's throwing a wild swing, maybe two of them, because no one just throws one punch. He's going to drop down. Then he's going to do what's called listening to the pocket, grabbing the legs, and then he's going to drive through. And when he drives through, he uses his active foot and pushes and then drives through. Now, it looked like he almost hit his head, but he didn't. He was able to put his head on that guy's, basically those ribs. Good. Next, somebody is choking you and basically trying to hold you, control your body. Mm-hmm. So you're going to hit him across the face, come up, and we call this like an arm bar. This is a standing arm bar. But here goes the thing I love that we did is we acted like the guy tried to fight it. And then what you did was you did a north-south and you got on top of him and you're sprawling out. And that's what you'd want to do. Okay. You don't just want to sit there and think your technique's going to work. Because again, he starts to push you, you hit, now you're going to hit him in the air. Now you're nice. I would. Oh wow, you really put that on him. I didn't see him jump that fast.
I love Roger.
Roger jumped really fast.
I love that.
Good. Now this one is a side headlock. People don't like it because the side headlock is when somebody does it, they tend to they have a lot of control of you. It's also humiliating.
Yes.
Oh no, this is the hair grab. Oh yeah. Oh, you were talking about the girls. Girls with this is the hair grab.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry.
For the females.
Yeah. So here comes a hair grab. So when somebody grabs your hair, what you're going to do is I'm showing that I can hold his whole body. He's going to drive his head up and squeeze his hands to his head. We call that the hand sandwich. And I'm trying to move him around and I can't. See how easily I move him now? But now you're going to drive your head up. Yeah, see me pushing my head up? And then I put my hands and I control it.
Squeeze it.
And
there.
squeeze it. And now he can't really effectively control my head. The first thing we do is if he grabs me, I grab on that same side first, so that way I can defend it. Like that one will be wrong, right? So that was wrong. That was like a don't do this. Now this is what you want to do. Grab it on that side so you can defend if you need to, and you start to time things. So most people start swinging in patterns. 1, 2, and then when he goes for that third one, what I'm going to do is he comes again, 1, 2, 3, kick and bring down.
Nice.
And once you brought him down, then we would do is called wishbone, which is a way of like breaking the tendons in the hand. And we're trying to show that, again, he starts, he hits, so he comes. I'm not trying to lean forward in a straight line. I curve my back. And as I curve it, it tends to make the arm curl back, and it basically it first messes with his carpal tunnel, then his wrist, and then the forearm, and then it becomes unbearable. And then after that, we take the hand, and I'm showing you grab 2 fingers and then you pull left and right. So you grab 2 with, basically it's 4 versus 2 on either side and ripping it apart. The hand won't break. You're just going to really kind of mess up the entire structure of the middle of his hand.
Just
So he won't hold so good. So again, so 1, 2, 3, he kicks. Good. He gets him down. Then he comes there and he's just going to like break those fingers apart.
I'm like a mean old man. I don't really mean.
So again, hand, 1, 2, you do a nice kick. Very good, Mr. Abdul. Nice, starting to get it. And then from there after that, you could knee the guy, do all kinds of stuff. Because we have this rule, we call it high ground or flank. Right? It means you either stay the high ground or you flank somebody. Or you, because you like this one.
Yeah.
Or I was about to say, we give up in what's called a sacrifice for, like when people play chess, they'll put their pawn out to sacrifice to get maybe a rook or a knight. So a sacrifice is when you decide to give up your weight, your body, drop down to the floor, but to make it more devastating to the person. And this is a perfect demonstration of it. He gets me in a side headlock, and from right there, as he swings me around, I use that inertia, timing, I swing my leg right around in front of him, and then I just throw him by pulling his back and hitting his leg at the same time. Well, I'm taking a long time to do
you're
this.
showing that the wrong way.
Oh, yeah. If you take too long, he'll try to step in front of you. So now I think I do it full speed. Good. And then I stay on top of him, and then I just grabbed his hand already, and I'm going to control him.
Just mounted him.
Yeah, just mounted him. So again, I think one more time, this young gentleman, he told me, so after that, he was like, I haven't felt those kind of throws in a while. So
Yeah, I think mine was
yeah,
the
he's
worst.
coming, right? I spin around, boom, throw, and now I'm noticing, and right after that, I get into it. Oh, yeah, Mr.
And then,
and
man,
Mr. Abdul, this is a
mean
good
guy.
one. Oh gosh, Mr. Abdul, but you got to get on top of him. Don't let him even turn around. But I
Yeah.
like that. You got in front again. So as soon as it comes, you're gonna put that. Everything I want to see is that hand on the hip. But man, really good. And look at you, Americana.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was right there in
it
front
was
of
right
me.
there in front of you. Yep. So this is when we do a sacrifice. We gave up our weight in order to make it. So we turn him into a trebuchet and kind of launch him in front of there. Now he's a trained martial artist. Most people take that fall. It's concussive. They'll put their hand down. They'll break it. They'll break their fingers. They'll hit their elbow. They'll hit their hip in a really weird way. We're trained to learn how to turn ourselves into a ball as we fall. And because of that, we can train these things. Everything is training, timing, not being oblivious, knowing your surroundings, and being aware.
And timing, you mentioned it so many times, but I just want to make sure that the audience understand the reason you're having to mention it this many times is for any attack you do or you defend yourself against. Timing is an essential tool that if you misuse it, you will lose. Like for example, the move that we just did when he chokes.
Yeah.
If you miss the momentum of your opponent moving, it becomes harder.
Oh, it becomes
And
way
the longer
harder.
you wait, the harder it becomes.
Yes.
So the moment he puts his hand before he's fully there, you move.
Yes.
And that's you get.
So the two things, that's a great example. not only do you have the timing, but being aware that you're being, because sometimes people will wait until the attacker has gotten them in the worst position to now to try to defend. So you have to be able to, and I like to use this now. Some people like to say self-defense. I like to call it self-protection. The self-protection sounds a little different than self-defense. Self-defense sounds like you're waiting to defend. Self-protection means I have to sometimes be proactive in the moment, prevent something from happening. Like they say, to let someone kill you can also be a sin. So
Absolutely.
yeah, definitely.
So do we have any evaluation or trial period in school where people can stop by?
Oh yeah.
And maybe either try one class or try a week, 2 weeks, or whatever.
I let everybody can come in. You can always take a free class. I am very open door policy. We're a small school, started in my garage, and then now we have 2 facilities in the mall. I always have since I've opened the place, $69. You get like 12 classes. That's a month and a half of classes to figure out.
And you get the free gear.
You get the uniform. We don't do any extra paperwork. People want to charge a registration fee. There's no registration fees. If you don't like what we do, it's okay. You love what we do.
Absolutely.
and I'm not saying that. I put it this way: if I let people tell me, that their opinion drives how I live my life, then I would never enjoy half the things I do and become, who I am. But definitely, one of my big things is be realistic, be smart, be practical. Know that yes, if I have 4 people and they have 2, I probably have the winning numbers. If I have to go against something like that, then I need training. So if me and you were to fight 4 guys, if they're trained as well as us and our body size, it's going to be a tough fight.
Yes.
Timing it. But now, if it's 4 guys who are not trained, it should be okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, notice I said should. I tell everybody can get knocked out. Grandmasters, anyone can get knocked out. If my sense of awareness, or not awareness, or of heightened sense of security is down, because like right now, my sense of security is down. If you all of a sudden jumped up and attacked me, I probably might have gotten hit. Why?
Because your guard is down.
I'm relaxed. We're relaxed. Like if I did the same thing to you.
Exactly.
So sometimes you have to know where you are, how you should be. Don't just walk around, life is just, everything is hunky-dory. I mean, yes, there are places you should feel relaxed. You should feel relaxed in your home. You should feel relaxed in our school. Yeah. You should feel relaxed at your friend's house, at your, so and so forth.
Family's house.
But once you step out your door, even just going to your car, you should be ready to at least
Mike Tyson said, everybody has a plan until they get punched
in the face.
And so even if you fight someone who's not trained and just wild swinging all over the place, if one of them lands, it ruins your plan.
Yep, timing.
So yeah, so yeah, so we, even if we fight untrained individuals, we still have to be very careful, because especially nowadays with all the fighting, on YouTube and TV everywhere. So people see the wild swings, whatever, and if they try it and lands, guess what? You're in trouble.
Yeah.
So pay attention to that.
Yeah. That's why I always love to do the foam blocks and cover my body up and do all that stuff.
Absolutely.
That way you can get in, and it's nice also, but having a plan. Like if I know, this guy's about to throw punches at me, first thing he does, as soon as he gets close enough to me, I'm going to cover up my head and my hand here. So yeah, he might punch and I'll feel something. But if I just try to swing while he swings, now it's whoever lands first.
Lights out.
That's why it's good to have a plan, to know what to do, how to do things. Like, am I going to, if I feel it's getting too crazy, do I need to,
maybe take off?
Yeah. Or do I need to bring out another weapon? Or do I need to, how much do I want to hurt this guy? Is this my uncle? Or is this my life and death?
Yep.
I always tell everybody, I said, listen, when they come into my house, I'm calling 311. You know what 311 is?
No, sir.
That's where you find out if the utility lines are.
Oh, yeah.
You know why, right?
Because you're digging.
I'm going to dig a hole for this dude. Don't call, you call 911. But yeah, sometimes I do want to call 311. I'm going to dig a hole.
That was a good one. All right, with this laugh, I I think we can end this session and call 911, not 311.
No, do not call 911 when something goes wrong.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sensei. And thanks
always.
everybody for watching.
Yeah.
And I hope you benefited from it. And I'm gonna put the school information on the under the video.
Oh, thank you so much.
And you can always get in touch with the main line or get an appointment and
yes.
they can meet
and if
you. And
anybody says you're you're a friend or viewer or something of Mr. Abdul's.
Yeah.
We call him senpai in our school, and senpai means the senior student. So he comes from another school. He has training, but I want all especially my younger black belts. Some of them are in their 20s, to show this man a lot of respect. So it's very much it's an honor sometimes to get a title like that. Some schools wouldn't do that. We give him every chance to do anything that he needs in the school to make sure that he enjoys his training there. So I can tell by your that you're enjoying it, but
Absolutely.
I can't wait for him to be black belt. I can't wait for his black belt test. Oh, it's gonna be fun.
Yes, sir. Hopefully soon.
Yeah. It's happening this year, possibly.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Always,
I appreciate
always.
it. Thank you so much. Thanks all for watching, and we will see you again later.
All right.
Assalamu Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.